Well, welcome back. Not wearing sunglasses because Messi's, brought me to tears, on the verge of tears anyway, with his press conference. And, I haven't got a box of tissues by my side and I haven't been eating chocolate or anything like that. I'm fine because, you know why I'm fine? Because we have Romelu Lukaku in the building, ladies and gentlemen. How could I not be fine? It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. Chelsea have a new number 9 leading their way. And I personally feel like this could be the final missing piece of the jigsaw to a Premier League title. What a beautiful, beautiful time this is here.
People, you got to understand what's happening right now. And yeah, we're not here crying our eyes out. We're not here in trauma, at the fact that Messi is leaving Barcelona. No, as grateful as we are to that, it's not our business. We got Lukaku. We got it mad. So right now, we got to be happy. Matisse just said the sun is shining. It is for Chelsea Football Club, not in London. It's pouring with rain here. But we wear the shades because Lukaku is on his way home.
Is Didier Drogba from the deep? Yeah, baby. When Didier's, announced that he's just tweeted it out, the man, Lukaku's here. I know internet has been consumed by Messi, but we've got our lethal number 9 here. So it's going to be epic. It's going to be flames. Let's get the show rolling. Yeah.
This is greatness. You already know what time it is. It's time for the all-you-can-eat Chelsea show. Slightly delayed. There was a small little announcement going on in Spain. It is what it is. You have to just people. But we're here in the big time now. What really matters, all right? We're not here for that Barcelona issues. We're not here for them PSG signings. We're here for that Chelsea music, all right? The liquidator is playing. I'm not allowed to play it live here on the channel because then I'll forget.
Copyright.
But hey, we digress.
Hell with copyright, man.
Do you know how difficult it was, by the way, to use that intro with my sunglasses on? I couldn't see shit. Took me like 2 minutes to find Miss. I was like, yo, where's this brother? I can't find him. People, we was actually all wearing sunglasses yesterday, and I don't even know how that happened. I didn't see your video because obviously I was stressing about putting my video out, and I didn't get to see Miz's stream because I was out doing the shopping, not actually at home where I should have been preparing to make my video. And I go onto the TL and I see you guys are wearing sunglasses as well. I think myself, Jesus Christ, we are just a pair up.
Great minds think alike.
We all think the same way.
We're all connected.
Younes, how are you, bro? Let's start with you. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm fantastic. This is great. We've got our striker, lads. We've got our striker. And because we've got our striker, and this is all you can eat Chelsea, I went straight to dessert on this morning's menu. So I've got myself a nice chocolate orange cake. How's that?
Ooh, that's
Jesus Christ! I wish I didn't finish my Oreos now.
We're celebrating here.
See, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you get when you're a top YouTube content maker. That's the kind of money you make. That's the kind of food. See, me, that's all I can afford. Snickers, man. That's all I can afford.
Miz, I'm even worse than you. I'm eating yesterday's dinner. We just got an order of subscriber count.
Oh my days! Like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Like and
subscribe.
Oh my
goodness! We have our first super chat as well. Let me try and read this with my glasses. Derek says, "Let me go get my shades." You damn straight. You go get your shades. And you better go get your breakfast, people, as well. Your lunch, your dinner, wherever you are in the world. I saw people were saying, "Oh, let's start." I was like, "Damn, are we more important than Messi?" Well, I don't know. Well, then we'll just start, then, won't we?
Of course we are.
I mean, people. Drogba's tweeted. I've seen it. He better be in that announcement video. I swear, all hell is going to break loose. All hell is going to break loose if he's not in that announcement video. I am just buzzing, and the more it sinks in, the more happy I get. Like, it's not something that's diminishing. I'm not regretting, even though Erling Haaland scored a hat trick. I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, I don't even know who Erling Haaland even is.
But who is Erling Haaland? Who is that?
Who?
Jeez.
This is all about Lukaku now. Do you know what I mean? That is the guy that we're talking about today. He's the special on the menu.
Haaland
official
missed the
today.
boat. Simple. He missed the boat. He had the boat in front of him and he missed it.
He did, man. And I just can't wait for this to be announced. I can't wait for the actual official announcement. I can't wait to see his first press conference. His first
It has
interview.
to be today, right, boys? It's got to be today. I think it has to be today.
No, I think the announcement will be tomorrow because he's got to do his medical.
I think it has to be official today. So then
He's on his way to London, and I know that. So
yeah, because then what happens then is that we have him for the Super Cup, isn't it? So
he will be eligible. Yeah,
Bro, that's
He
unbelievable.
will
What
be.
a story. He left
That's
with
mad.
that Super Cup and coming back in a Super. Oh my God! Someone, Amazon, stop wasting your time with Arsenal, man. That's disgusting. Let's go down to Chelsea. This is where the game's at.
obviously we
You
wanted
know
to be
why?
comfortable as well. But imagine he got the final penalty and we scored it.
Oh no!
Mate, you know what? If I'm Thomas Tuchel, I'm telling one of the lads to dive in the 85th minute. Simple. Go down in the box, get that penalty, and let Lukaku take it. Simple.
100%.
Man, we better beat Villarreal 5-0, man. We better beat them 5-0.
I mean, I have to ask off the bat because if he is available, which is the plan, I mean, that was always the plan. At least you got to have him in the squad, so you have the option because he's been playing in pre-season. He's actually looking like a freaking beast right now. Like he's in physical peak condition. Like he's the way I want to look after like 2 years of gym and like 3 years of creatine.
2 years of gym
and like the protein's just over there. I got like 3 bags of protein because I took like 3 bags from Boohoo. And he's what I want to look like after all that hard work, plus a PT.
Yeah,
like he's looking unreal, man. And you know, people that make comparisons to his time at Man United, for me, they don't really know what they're getting themselves into because he was quite bloated at Man United. He looked like as if he was, you know, a bit pregnant. You know what I mean? He was looking like as if potentially he had some extra fat on the arms and a little bit extra fat on the grub here, looking like a bit of an Eden Hazard after a few burgers. But now, you know what I mean? Now he's in peak physical condition.
he looked like Eden Hazard.
Bro, have you guys seen his recent picture? I just tweeted it out. I think that was straight from Jetty Images as well. Literally cut. I mean, this guy's going to go to the medical and he's going to look at the doctors. Do you really want to do an examination? Do you really? I mean, have a look at this statue. Like it's chiseled. It's literally chiseled. Oh my God.
The doctor's gonna look at him. He enters the room, and they're just gonna be like, "Okay, he's fit. He's passed."
It looks very defined. I mean,
quickest medical in history.
Oh my days! I hope he doesn't break anything in the medical as well.
Imagine if he fails the medical because he's just too good. It's like, listen, this is not fair at all. Man.
He breaks the machines.
Imagine they tell him to get on the treadmill and run. He runs and the treadmill just breaks in pieces. Like can't keep up.
Oh wow. My God, can you imagine? I mean, what I was segueing there too, just before we actually spoke about the inevitable really with Lukaku in his medical, which I really hope he passes, man. It's going to be a touch and go situation. If he does get, you know, the eligible situation for himself for the Super Cup, do you guys want him to start? Do you want him to be on the bench? How do you feel about it?
Bench.
Younes, bench, yeah.
Bench. Because I think even for Thomas Tuchel, it's important for him to go with what he would have gone with if Lukaku didn't exist, right? And then for 2 reasons, you bring him on because then you can see what impact he has and what changes in the team compared to what you had to start the game off with. It gives Tuchel a good idea in terms of just as a manager. And it has more impact as a debut, you know? Like, oh, here he comes. He's on the touchline. He's about to come on. Oh, the re-debut of Lukaku is about to happen. It just had more impact. So when he runs on the pitch and the fans are going mental, it's just a moment. It's a moment. So, you know, he's back. If he starts the game, it's just, he's in the starting lineup. Okay. You know, so yeah, I'd bring him off the bench.
What about you, Miz, bro?
Matisse, before I answer that, do you mind doing me a favor? That Segunov 1I87. I want you to put that comment up because I
can't see anything.
He's blind. Let me check.
Yeah. He's got 97M for your own player. I need that popped up in the screen because I want to address that, and I want you guys to address this as well. This has been floating around, and I'm getting annoyed with this.
Hang on. I gotta say,
I saw it.
Leave it there. You know what? That's
going
going to be pinned today. That's going to be pinned. We're going to talk about this.
Sending your super chat. I can't see anything.
Suganovi 87. Miz has a message for you.
You know what? You wait. You better stick around for this whole show. You wait. There's a message coming for you.
Someone's getting smoked.
Before that, I agree with Younes, man. I don't think
thank you very much.
Man should be. I agree with myself.
I don't want a message from me.
I don't think the man should be starting. I mean, look, he needs to understand how Thomas Tuchel, works and whatnot, his philosophy, his strategy, tactics. But I do want him to be in the bench. Do you know what I mean? Like, he deserves to be celebrating the final 10, 15 minutes. Hopefully by then we've got 3-4 goals. He comes in, he bangs in another 2, makes it 5, and then celebrates. So
your maths
I don't necessarily want him to start, but I don't think he will either. But in the bench, Matisse, 100%.
Yeah.
Now, shall we smash into this, or you want to say something, Matisse?
I mean, we're going to smash into this, but I just want to let Lukaku know what he's joining. Shout out to Aaron for the photos. I mean, look at these Champions League winning moments. I don't know if you can see them that clearly, but that's what they are, people. Aspie lifting the trophy. This is what Lukaku's joining. The European champions. Do you know what I mean? He's upgrading massively here. Upgrading massively. That Inter team was just about to fall apart. Conte left, Hakimi left. So, I'll let Miz deal with this comment down below. I was going to go on a rant, but Miz, please just...
No, I want you guys to go on a rant because I've seen this coming out from few people, especially Arsenal fans out there that are saying this. They should not even talk. I've said this so many times, these Arsenal fans, they should not even talk to us. Disgusting. Stop talking to us. I don't even want to listen to you anymore. Seriously. But in regards to this one, 97 million for your own player. Let me tell you guys something.
Matisse, lean back, mate. Enjoy.
We are a football club. We win now. We've got a philosophy of winning now. That's the mentality. That's how we've grown up. That's how the fan base thinks about it. And that's been in our DNA from the get-go. As soon as you're born and you select Chelsea as your football club, you are designed to win now. That's what happens. So when Lukaku was here the first time, he wasn't ready. And we had to let him go. And since then, we've won many stuff. But now the man is ready. And it would be foolish not to go back for him. We're not stupid. That's not how we operate here. We see a talent, we go after it, and we make sure they're in the bag. Lucky for Holland, he didn't come through because of his club, or else he would have been playing for us right now. But Romelu Lukaku was just as good. He was also a number 1 selection for us. And it happened. He wanted to come back. It takes 2 to tango here. Lukaku wanted to come back badly. He wanted to prove a point in the Premier League. He wants to win the Premier League. And he will. He will win the Premier League. So this 97 million is going to be irrelevant. It doesn't even make any sense. So what? We may even go back for Lewis Bate for 50-something million later on. We will. If he becomes a superstar, why not? We may even do that for Marguerite. We're just that type of a club. We can do that. We go out there and we buy the best because we want to win now. So you can hate all as much as you want. Well, we'll be laughing with the titles and every all the medals all around us. So yeah, I mean, I don't buy this comment, man. This is stupid comment, to be honest.
This is very simple for me, Miz. Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass. We don't have to give 2 shits about spending nothing for nobody. Do you know why? Because we're well run by our owner. We're well run by a director of football. We can spend whatever we wish. You know why? Because we recuperate our money back on other sales. Yeah? We ain't Portsmouth or Bolton going into liquidation. We're not Barcelona having to sell off Messi. We're not all of these things. We are the mighty Chelsea, yeah? That's why I've got a show called The Oil Boys where we literally brag about how rich we are. So if you don't like it, then no likey. If you don't like it, no likey. Yeah? If you don't like it, then that's your own business. It sounds like as if your club is struggling. It sounds like your club can't afford to pay what it needs to be spent to bring in the best of the best. If you can't afford that, then hey, this is Waitrose. Audi's just down the road, big man. Yeah? That way. This is Waitrose, this show. I might be eating yesterday's leftovers, but this is Waitrose. It's just because the food is that good. Saj, he cooked it. It's just Waitrose here. You want to go down to Lidl that way, all right? You want to go to the, as Big Steve would say, the whoopsie aisle. Whoopsie aisle's that way. Whoopsie aisle is that way. This is
you want to get 2-minute noodles? It's that way. Get your 2-minute noodles.
Ready meals that way. Yeah. You want spaghetti hoops? It's that way. Yeah. This is steak and caviar. This is the aisle we're on.
We eating caviar up in here.
Oh,
but listen, if to go back to that point, yeah. If we sell Tammy Abraham, right, for the money that we expect to get him for. We would have made our money back on Lukaku already.
Exactly.
Net spend on Lukaku is 0. That's how good we are.
With your broke ass.
We are so good.
All the players that we've let go already, plus Tammy money to be expected. As Younes said, we got a Lukaku for free. For free.
These people think we don't know how to do business.
We're not Barcelona, man. We're not Barcelona.
You're idiots. Do you remember KSI when you used to do that laugh? That's literally what I'm just doing right now. You idiots. We literally know how to run this thing. We literally are the masters of the transfer window. You not see us last summer, people. I just don't know what you want from us anymore. Do you want us to go into profit every window as well? Just to go into green? The hell do these people want? And by the way, we know at the end of the transfer window, all of the Italian clubs are going to be like, yep, here's 5 million for Zappacosta. Here's 3 million for Babarahman. Here's 10 million for Emerson. Here's maybe 1 million for Batshuayi. We're going to collect like a good 20 million of these deadwood as well, hopefully. So I don't really understand the outrage from rival fans. Just relax, you know?
Yeah,
it just doesn't have to be this way. This
won't be the last time. This won't be the last time. We'll go back for all the talent or everywhere that we've sent. Tamori, Gehi, Lewis Bay. We'll go back for all of them.
Bring them all back.
We'll bring them all back. Who else did we let go? I don't even remember.
No, I kind of like it.
Who else did we let go?
There's something very therapeutic about selling them for 20, letting someone else develop them while we continue to win, and then bringing them back when they're ready.
It's a smart man, Roman.
Oh, it's beautiful, people. Man. Why waste our time developing them when they can go and learn elsewhere and come home when they're ready? It's like sending your child out at the age of 18. Go and work, son, and come back when you're a millionaire and take me out of the club. That's what this is. We don't have time to develop you, look after you, clothe you, feed you. Get out. Go and do your shit elsewhere. You're gonna make mistakes? Go elsewhere. You wanna miss chances? Go elsewhere. You wanna grow? Go elsewhere. You wanna put on weight? Go elsewhere. Come back when you're ready. Because this is Chelsea. We don't have time for you. We don't have time for nothing.
Right.
Can you imagine doing that to your kid? Like, you send him off into the real world. You send him off. You're like, go and work. Go and become a millionaire. And then come back and retire me.
That's literally what it is.
That's literally what it is, man. You know, we send all of these people.
Just like, you're not ready at all to sit on my yacht. Yeah, get out.
Exactly. We only want ballers here. We only want ballers. Once you're ready to go, ready to rock and roll, ready for war, that's when you come back here. Before that, you want to play with Mickey Mouse and whatnot, go play somewhere else. That's when you play your games.
You know what's crazy? We do all of this and we win. That's the madness. Bro. We win. We get trophies year in, year out. We just win. Even in a season where we look like we're struggling, we win a trophy.
I mean, I heard we have a lower net spend than Man United, than Arsenal, than Man City. And I swear we always win. I swear we just won the Champions League. That was just stupid.
In a season of crisis under Sarri, we won the Europa League.
Oh my days.
So that's when we're at our worst. When
worst.
fans are booing our manager and vice captain, saying, "Get out of our club, you scrubs! Get out of that tracksuit, you smoking." I don't know. I don't know what they call them.
Shocking transfer window under Antonio Conte. Yeah, sure. Win the FA Cup.
Yeah. We're just draping in success.
Thomas Tuchel comes in halfway through, 10th in the table or 9th, whatever, gets himself to 4th and champions of Europe. Do you know what I mean?
Meanwhile, other clubs have built their entire infrastructure over this, like PSG and Man City. Or maybe if we just try this. No, it didn't work. Maybe if we just move that over there, move this piece of the jigsaw. Maybe if we just splash on Messi and Mbappe and Neymar, maybe then, oh shit, it still didn't happen. Oh, maybe if we don't do all that. Just send the manager in and put Basingwa at left back and let's get him moving. That's all we need. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, Man City have spent $1 billion and they still don't have a striker.
Pepper's spent
That's how ridiculous they are. That's how ridiculous they are. That team doesn't even have a striker after spending that much money.
Oh my
That's
God.
insane.
Oh, honest to God.
Harry
We're just going
Kane
to just trash people the whole stream. I'm more than happy to.
Yeah.
You got to be careful how you guys commenting now. Because I'm watching. The next comment's going to be pinned as well.
Oh my goodness. But you know what's going to be really fun as well? How quickly Lukaku strips Tammy of his shirt. Like if he just walks in,
it's gonna be big.
takes it straight off of him.
Yeah.
By the way, he has to get 9, right? He has to get 9.
Yeah, he has to get 9.
Of course.
But how is he going to get 9 if Tammy's around?
Like take it off him. Just take him to the what's it called? The locker room and just
strip it off him. It's like
when he takes off the shirt and then he's like, "Oh, hey Romelu. Hey, it's good to have you here, man. I'm just about to go for a shower. I'll chat to you later." And then Romelu's just going through his baggage and just takes out his shirt and just says, it just leaves. Do you know what I mean?
That's right. Shower up, boy.
You shower up.
Take your shirt.
Yeah, he goes to the mega store. He has to pay 20 quid to get his name freaking printed because they're a bunch of stingy bastards. And he changes the name and we keep it moving. And then Tammy comes out the shower and next thing you know, he's got the number, I don't know, what's left over? 13? So unfortunately, the game's the game, people.
Lukaku walks into the dressing room, literally goes up to Tammy and just goes, "Tammy, I am the captain now."
The captain now.
Hand me your shirt.
Oh my God.
It's like when Gordon Ramsay asks for someone's jacket in like Hell's Kitchen. You know, give me your jacket and fuck off. Yeah? Tammy's gonna be like, "Tammy,
remember your shirt." Lukaku just bursts into the locker room, just like, "Oi! Where's the lamb sauce?"
Honestly, if I was Tammy, I would literally, as soon as I see Romelu coming into the dressing room, I would be scared and take that jersey off and just put it next to him. Just hand it over.
Just hand it over.
Don't even let Lukaku ask for it. Hand it over. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Be a man. Do the right thing.
Big up Russell Peters.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Russell Peters.
I put out a tweet the other day just making fun of like Messi potentially joining Chelsea. And I said, Pulisic's going to have to be stripped of the shirt. And all the Americans, this is why we're going to Asian community time today because I'm really angry with the Americans. Maybe next week. they just came into my eyes just like,
yeah, I saw that. That was mad.
Pulisic. Of course he's going to be stripped. It's Leo Messi, for God's sake. What do you think this is? I mean, I know you worship him and you love him and he's the savior of American football, but my golly gosh, have some perspective, ladies and gentlemen. Of course Messi's going to strip him with the shirt. I'd be surprised if Pulisic hasn't put it in the wash and got it ironed and ready for him on his arrival. What the hell do you think this is?
I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if Pulisic didn't put a transfer request if Lionel Messi was coming in. Like, seriously. No disrespect, but I mean, it's Messi, man. Come on.
Honestly, man, no matter heat I was copping for that. And by the way, it was a joke. I literally said sell Cobham. It's still
Dortmund, are you do you have a place? Do you still have my name around? Can I come back?
Ridiculous, honestly, guys. Silly, pish posh. I said sell Cobham. Of course I'm only joking, you know. I'd do anything for Messi. I would have sold my left kidney, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I would have done whatever it takes. All right. Will we strip off the sunglasses and talk tactics or no? Or what does everybody want?
I think so. Starting to hurt my ears.
We've done enough trash talk now to the point where we could probably be clipped about 1,000 times.
Yeah,
We're about to get serious now.
I just want to say, like, Lukaku, please don't let us down. You're gonna make us look very stupid. It's like we need goals now. Like we put ourselves in a situation.
Oh my!
Get rid of that spammer, man. Come on, mods. Get rid of that spammer, man. Straight up.
What is this? Why Saeed as well? He's such a great guy. Why would you guys do this? 894 people watching. Big up yourselves, man. Big up yourselves. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I wasn't following the chat or anything because I couldn't see, like I said. So I really was just winging it. But it's good to see everybody's here.
We're halfway through to Messi's numbers.
Yeah, it looks like I think the Barcelona thing is over now, isn't it? So
yeah, Messi has left the building officially.
Finally, I mean, let's just recap on that quickly. I mean, what did you guys cry?
No,
I didn't cry.
I mean,
but
it was emotional.
It was emotional.
It was emotional. Yeah,
it was emotional.
Like before he even got on stage, he was tearing up, and I was just looking like, Lord, this is intense, isn't it? This is intense for him, man. He was really worked up. And do you know what's really sad about him leaving Barcelona in that way is that he didn't even get to say goodbye to the fans.
That's
like,
the thing. Yeah,
he should have had a whole full stadium, like when Ronaldo entered Bernabeu, but this is for him leaving. He should have had a whole ceremony. They should have had all of his Ballon d'Ors lined up, all of the trophies that he's won lined up, even if you have to get replicas. But really, you should be able to get the real things because it's Leo Messi. Full house. Them singing his name, flags
Public
everywhere.
Like
it should have been
it
should have been a night show. Yeah, it should have been a night show. It should have been, fireworks, lights. I'm not even pissing. I'm being serious. This should have been
for real.
This should have been a concert. You should have had you should have had Shakira come and play,
Beyonce,
PK's wife. You should have had the whole lot. Like anything you can think of.
Yeah.
Dead ass, you should have had it. Like there's no event in their history that's bigger than this. This is literally the greatest player we've ever seen, unless you're a Ronaldo fan, but cool. But it's subjective. One of the greatest players we've ever seen, the greatest player in their whole history. He's done ridiculous things for them, and he leaves in a press conference talking to I don't know whatever journalist that doesn't need to be. Like they don't even deserve the privilege of even sitting there. Do you know what I mean? What have you done? It should be the fans. It should be the people. Shouldn't be them asking questions. This is not Conor McGregor versus Diaz. Get out. Do you think this is the God you're talking to? Get out of the room and let him celebrate with his kids and his wife and everybody in the stadium. You know what I mean? Everybody should be coming to shower him. I want Ronaldinho there who set up his first goal. Everything. Yeah. Everything, man. I mean, it's awful the way that it's ended, man. It's so anticlimactic for him.
Do you know what the crazy part is? Matisse? Him and the club, they were sure that he was going to stay.
Yeah.
Literally 2-3 days ago, they were sure that he was going to stay. He even admitted in the press conference that he didn't want to be there last season, but he definitely wanted to be there this season. And everything was done and dusted. He even took a pay cut, all of that. I mean, the man doesn't need salary, to be honest. Like, he's on 1.3 million euros per week over there. I
wonder what that's like.
It's sad that it just literally got thrown back to their face in the last probably 2-3 days. And, fans were going to come back this season. He's not being able to, say the last sort of hurrah. They need to do still, I believe they should do an exhibition match if he goes to, if he does go to PSG, I hope PSG allows him to have a exhibition match where, your likes of Ronaldinho comes back, maybe even have Cristiano back as well, and create an El Clasico exhibition match. Just as a final part for the fans, man. I mean, this guy literally, he owns football all over the world. Like we all have Chelsea, we follow Chelsea, many other fans, they follow whatever. But each and every single one of us are either Messi or Ronaldo. Like we all have both. Okay. So that's what it is all about, man.
Imagine being neither. I don't rate those bums. Show me Andy Reid from Sunderland.
That's disgusting.
Oh man.
No, honestly, it's mad to see Messi leave out the back door because that is what it is. He's left out the back door. It's as you said, you expect him to have a big goodbye. The reception that Totti got at Roma, for example, even that at Barca, Iniesta, Xavi, you expect that, but times 10 for Messi. I mean, even Ronaldo managed to say goodbye to Real Madrid, and it just feels weird. Like, yeah, he's left. I used the analogy in my videos, where you say see you later to someone, you expect them to come back. They're just going for a little while, and then they never ever come back. That is basically what's happened. It's mad, yeah, but we'll see what he does at PSG. They should do a testimonial for him, though. And have you guys seen what he's going to be earning at PSG?
It's 35 million euros over 2 seasons, something like that. Am I right?
No, per year.
Oh, per year. Wow.
I think it equates to about 600 or 650 grand a week after tax.
Man, that's insane, bro. That's insane, stupid. Man.
It's mad, but yeah, it is what it is. And at the end of the day, look, with Messi and Barcelona, at the end of the day, despite the fact that they came to an agreement, Barcelona caused this mess for themselves in the first place by the way that they were handled with the previous president. Right? Yeah. He's the one that's done, him and his regime. They've destroyed that club, as far as I'm concerned. They've made this happen. If it wasn't for that, this wouldn't have happened. La Liga have come in last minute because of the salary stuff. They wouldn't have been in this problem of the salary stuff if they had, functioned correctly 2-3 years ago. So,
but Younes, when did Laporta come in? When did Laporta
just
come
recently? I want to say how long? A few months.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Because I was going to say
when the whole Bartomeu thing happened, and then he got flipping arrested, and his people got arrested and whatnot. I don't know. And then they did an election, and they brought Laporta back. That was only a few months ago. So,
bro, they were running their club at 110% wages.
Mad from a business perspective.
110% wages of their revenue. So they were literally in negative. They were running in negative. They weren't making enough money to pay wages, let alone other expenses that the football club has. I saw that interview, the press conference from Laporta, and he was saying that if we didn't do this with Messi, we'd be suffering for 50 more years. 50 more years. And sounds even after letting go,
climate change, Jesus Christ.
and even after letting go Messi now, they're not in the green yet.
No, they're not.
They still got to get rid of many other players. I don't even know whether Aguero wants to be there anymore. That's a different story because Aguero feels absolutely dirty now. He feels betrayed because, let's be honest, he went there for Messi. He wanted to play with Messi. And now there is no Messi. Now he gets to play with Memphis Depay. I mean, he's all right, but I'm sure Aguero didn't want to.
Listen, Depay's a better rapper than Messi, so just saying.
Aguero literally walks into the club. Yo, where's Leo? Leo, where is he at? He's
my
gone.
Friend.
What?
It's my friend.
Yes, we brought you to get rid of him. What are you complaining about? Settle down, Sergio.
Imagine he walked in like that. Aguero goes, I came here for Leo. He's my friend. Where is my friend? My friend. Where is he?
He's not coming back.
You are the friend now. Savio says, I'm sad for Messi, not Barca. PSG finna be scary. Completely agree. Not scared, not worried for Barcelona whatsoever. If anything, the way their arrogancy has been in press conferences over the years, just trying to get people to their clubs, like speaking, they having their players kind of hush whispered tones through press conferences to bring in players, and just their UEFA loaner situation, and just bastards really. I'm just I'm not bothered at all. If you finish mid-table next season and Espanyol are the biggest club in Barcelona, that is no skin off my back. I tell you now, I do not mind not bucking you in the Champions League for a good few years. So I'm more than happy with the decline of Barcelona for a while. I used to love them, when they had Pep and they played liquid football, but something turned sour after that Drogba moment. I don't know. I just don't.
It was 2009. That was the change. We all used to kind of love Barcelona and the way they did things, but after they tried to cheat us. After they
dive. They used to dive a lot and get people booked.
That was it. And then we got our revenge, but it still feels sour.
Yeah. I think we've got it now, though.
And you know what? Since then, I'm pretty sure you guys probably feel the same way as well. Every time Barca got knocked out from the Champions League, there was just a sweet, sweet feeling. Especially
like a sugar rush,
Yeah, when Roma came back with that comeback as well, and even Liverpool to an extent. As much as we don't like Liverpool, but it felt good that Barca got knocked out like that. Yeah, man, it's good, and especially that Bayern Munich drubbing. That
Rome have risen from their ruins. Oh, it was beautiful. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was speaking to Peter Drury on it about it. It was just, I said to Peter, say it one more time for me, please. I need my fix.
One thing though, he goes to PSG now. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not scared. And I honestly, I'm saying this now, yeah.
Is it because we got Lukaku?
PSG will still not win the Champions League. Clip that.
Mad.
Yeah. If they don't, they need to liquidate. If they don't, they need to quit. They need to quit.
That's the funny thing.
Facts.
They need to quit.
Football Stars put up his team here. We're going to segue back to Lukaku, Mendy, Rudiger, Thiago, Koundé, Chilwell, James, Kante, Mount, Timo, Lukaku. The fact that you left out... Wait.
This doesn't make sense. Does it?
Have you got too many players on the pitch?
Yeah,
I think so.
1, 2,
What? Wait, what?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, Timo
11.
or Lukaku. Oh, what do you mean
Oh,
or?
hang on.
Lukaku's playing.
There's 11 names there. One,
He
two,
said no. He
three,
said Timo
4,
or
5,
Lukaku.
6,
No, we're not doing
8,
Timo
9,
or Lukaku.
10,
Lukaku
11.
starts.
Yeah, Lukaku starts.
Yeah,
Timo
Lukaku
or
starts.
Lukaku? No.
Yeah, Timo or Lukaku. No, Lukaku
Lukaku
starts.
or Lukaku.
Yeah.
But then there's 10.
Yeah, no, he's got 12, but he says Timo or Lukaku. That's why. But yeah, I mean, for me, even on the counter attack, Lukaku's necessary because he's brilliant in running into space down that right hand side. Like he loves powering past people and whatnot. So you'd play Timo maybe and Lukaku away from home and have two of them running in behind. And obviously Lukaku can do the hold up, and Timo can feast and run and beyond. Before we get into more tactics. Well, we're not going to go too in-depth into tactics, actually, because we did on Thursday, thanks to Miz's fantastic. Miz took over the show. If you didn't see that show, that show did great. If you didn't see that show, really, after this show, you need to go and see that show after you see Miz's show after this show. You got a lot of work.
Bro, these people, they come to my stream now without even saying hello. We want Mizball. We want Mizball. And I'm like, dude, I got no new things to say. Can we enjoy some other topics now?
Hold on a second. Did he? Where's Jorginho in this team?
He's not there.
Hey. Jesus. There's no Jorginho in this team.
I think he's gone with a diamond here. That's a diamond formation.
I think there's a player missing. I'm taking this off the screen. There's no Jorginho.
Yeah. It was a lone DM.
What we'll go more because we spoke very much tactically on Thursday. That wasn't too long ago, and people are very loyal to the show. They've definitely watched on Thursday, so they know exactly what happened. Emotionally and mentally and everything. Let's talk about that with Lukaku because, I mean, what do you think that first interview, press conference, all those first interviews with Fifth Stand Up? Because we haven't had it yet, but they're going to be surreal. Because when he first came here, he had dreads and he looked at the stadium and he said, "Oh, I can't wait to play. This is the only time I'm going to cry if I get to step onto this pitch." And all these things. And now he's coming back 10 years later. Is it 10 years later? It is, isn't it?
10 years.
Exactly
10 years.
To this day.
Exactly.
Well, yesterday was 10 years.
Yesterday or today?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure yesterday, right, Younes? I think everyone was saying yesterday.
I think it was today.
Everyone was tweeting.
So like him having his medical, him arriving, having his medical, and then the announcement was exactly yesterday, today, tomorrow, basically 10 years ago.
Shit. So if we wrap this up, damn, this could literally
be identical. Yeah.
And then the first game, like I said, the first game is his last game as well. I mean, what do you think he's going to say in that first interview?
Oh,
I mean, you remember the first one he had 10 years ago? And as you said, like dreads, young lad, they asked him, "Oh, so you're a Chelsea fan as well, aren't you?" And he was like this, like paying attention to every word, making sure he doesn't say the wrong thing. He's like, "Yeah, I am, yeah." And you could just see, like, now he's literally gonna be like, "I had to come back. Like, this is where I want to be, And I can't wait to start banging in goals because I know I'm gonna do it." He's going to be so confident.
I know I'm going to do it.
The man left a boy. He's come back a man, and I can't wait to see it. Honestly, it's going to be mad. That those first few words, I think he's going to have the biggest smile on his face. It's going to give us the but similar sort of emotion to others that have come back.
Nemanja Matic.
No, but you see the feeling we had as fans seeing Mourinho do his first one back. Seeing Lampard do his first one back.
Yeah.
Like, it's that sort of level. So, yeah. Except this time, I think we're confident that this is going to work out very well.
I hope so. I mean,
I'm
hoping for 5 years of success minimum. Do you know what I mean? I really am. We spoke about expectations last time. I mean, Miz, what do you expect from that first interview, press conference, whatever it may be? Carefree. Sorry, I can't wait to be back in the ground. Carry on.
I think for Chelsea fans especially, it'll be very emotional. I don't know whether we're going to get Messi type of numbers, but I hope
we should.
I hope we absolutely break the internet as well. Whenever they put it live on whether it's Fifth Stand or YouTube or whatever, it's going to be special, man. It's going to be. He's very level-headed, man. Like you've all heard him speak in recent times. Like he's very well-spoken, very deep thought person as well. I think he's going to make it very emotional. He's going to obviously talk about what Younes said. I tweeted this out the other day as well. You know, leaving as a kid, come back as a man. Man, it's going to be epic, man. This is so important for us, for our football club, to have a lethal striker back again. Man, we're back in the business to be going for the title chase once more. We should be competing in the Champions League as well. I know we've said that PSG look a bit scary, and they do. There's no doubts about that. But we've got a team as well. We're the reigning European champions.
European champions, yeah.
We're European champions. They better put some respect on our name. So you can have all of that, Messi and Neymar and Mbappe, but you got to play as a team. That's the number one thing. So they got a lot of new players. Let's see what they do. But yeah, man, I can't wait, man. I really can't wait. I just hope that it happens when I'm up, man. Because these Sydney times, I got lucky yesterday. I really got lucky. I finished my stream at 11:30 p.m. Sydney time, and then for some reason I was just hanging about. I was just flicking through, and then boom, it was it Fabrizio or whoever it was? I think it was Di Marzio who tweeted it, and then I was like, you know what? I'll hang around. I'll see where this is going, and then eventually enough it happened. So I hope that they do it like in the evening sometime, so that I can be up for it.
I hope Drogba's part of that announcement as well. Actually,
100.
I'm actually planning a special guest. Hopefully, it depends when they're available.
Studio Drogba.
I want it. Imagine it was Drogba. I want the special guests because I'm trying to do Lukaku specials as well this week. I want them to be available for our show on Thursday. Obviously, it's dependent on them, but we're in talks with Christoph, the Belgium expert.
Ooh.
And he knows everything about Lukaku. He'd be DMing him. So he knows everything, personality, the whole lot. And obviously Gab Marcotti as well. So whoever gets back, hopefully one of them can make this show. Can you imagine? Imagine? Oh my goodness. That's be an unreal show. So fingers crossed, people. Hopefully one of them will pull through for me. And if both, then listen, I have no problem hosting a party here on this show.
I just got really quickly. This is something's just been reported by Gary Jacobs at the Times. He's put on Twitter and he's written an article on the Times saying Tottenham have agreed a fee for Inter striker Lautaro Martinez.
And excuse me.
Wow.
60
I did read somewhere that they.
Kane will go.
Kane's gone.
Hold on. Hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Who is the source and where are you getting this information from? It's too early in the morning for this. You know what? I need a drink.
But you know what, boys? I'm not surprised because someone was saying that Inter is actually... You must have seen this tweet yesterday, Younes. Someone was saying that Inter is going to be in liquidation if they don't... Like, literally every player is up for grabs. They will be in liquidation soon.
Inter Milan are can't boo sale.
Yeah. Like, Barella's up for sale. Lautaro Martinez is up for sale. It doesn't just end with Lukaku. I can't believe Inzaghi signed the contract over there. That's insane.
Mate,
he's probably up for sale as well. He doesn't even know. He's up for sale.
For real. Yeah. This is mad. I mean, yeah, it looks like Kane's out of there.
Who is source? I need...
Tottenham don't have that money. That's for sure.
Who told these lies? What is going on here?
Yeah, look. Gary Jacob. Tottenham
Who is that? Who's Gary?
Who's Gary Jacob?
Who's Gary?
He's a writer for the Times.
Okay.
There you are.
Is Fabrizio saying anything?
Is it the Sunday Times?
No, the Times.
Is Demartio saying anything?
Oh, damn, that's a big difference. Oh, damn it. Henry Winter writes for them. Oh, damn. Oh, dearie me. So, what? So, I mean, I did read somewhere that Inter are literally looking to offload quite a few players in terms of, oh, my camera. Hold on a second. I did read somewhere that Inter were planning to let go of quite a few players that they could no longer handle. Potentially Barella was, could be available for sale. Like potentially anyone that came in with a good bid for their players was now up for sale. And then Saj came and did this great speech about the Chinese government and how they own Inter Milan and that they're going to be fine and they're not going to be in trouble. And all my comments just said, waffler, 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 waffler. And now here we are. Oh, if he's listening to this, please don't be shy. Come.
But it tells you, doesn't it? It tells you Antonio Conte knew exactly when to get out.
Oh,
he
yeah.
knew. He knew.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm bouncing, guys. Kudos. Bye. Peace out.
It just shows where the Italian league's at as well, man. Like, this is the champions of Italy. Like, imagine they get relegated this coming season.
They won't get relegated, but imagine.
I mean, imagine Lautaro gone, Lukaku gone, Hakimi gone. If they lose Barella as well, I mean,
this is nuts.
You can't be just replacing them with Zapata and whoever else. Do you know what I mean?
Do you see the difference? Like, look at that and the way they're functioning. And then we get Lukaku for a net spend of 0.
Yeah.
We're so goated.
It's facts. I wonder if there's anybody else we should go over there and snap. I do
Well,
like Barella a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people want Barella.
I like Barella. There's just no space in our team for him.
Can we have the San Siro?
Oh, wait. Yes, there is.
Yeah, we want a midfielder, right?
We want a midfielder. He's not really
no, but
a
Matisse,
sitter.
Declan Rice, though. Declan Rice.
He's not really a sitter, but I could change my tune. Spin that. Some
No,
sort of propaganda
do
video.
dirty like that on Declan Rice? Come on, bro. Declan Rice wants to be at Chelsea. Come on.
He's not coming this summer.
He's not coming this summer. No.
But I hope he doesn't come at all. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, shit. You don't want him at all? Oh, I mean, Miz has just made his statement of the year.
I've always said to you guys, I think there are better players out there that can do a job as well. But I can't do anything because this man wants to be at Chelsea. And Chelsea wants him. So he's going to be here regardless, whether it's this season. It's probably not this season, but next season he will be here. He will be here. So it doesn't really matter what I like or not, to be honest.
Subi says, what's all your lineups with Lukaku, champions of Europe? All right, we'll go through everybody's front three because the back end, I mean, it depends on who we sign. Let's not talk about the defensive midfield until we finish the transfer window. Potentially going to get Koundé or Tchouaméni, etc. What's your front three, Younes, with Lukaku in it, of course? I mean, or you can put him on the bench if you wish. It's just a lot of money for a bench warmer.
We've got so many flipping players, don't we?
Yeah.
Is it going to be easier, Younes, if you want the board out? For you to visualize the tactical border. For you to visualize.
Go on, Miss Ball. Go on.
Because I think they'll just make it easier for you to like.
Let's have it.
Meanwhile,
champions of Europe.
I mean,
never going to get bored of that.
The formation, obviously, I think is going to remain the same. So we'll probably end up with double pivot, wing backs, 2 attacking mids just in front, and a striker. So I'm not counting the wing backs. My 3 are going to be the 2 attacking mids and the striker. So I would go with my gut is telling me Mount, Havertz, and Lukaku. That's
Mount, Havertz, and Lukaku.
Yeah, Mount and Havertz in behind Lukaku. But then, yeah, it's got to be.
I know Miz is definitely not going to tell me he's leaving Ziyech on the bench.
Nah, no way.
We've got so many options. I mean, Ziyech misses out, Werner misses out, Pulisic misses out, Hudson-Odoi misses out. This is mad. It's mad.
Who comes in? Who comes out for Ziyech then, Miz?
Look, the caveat here is this is not going to be set in stone. Like, just because if I say that Ziyech starts now, that doesn't mean Ziyech is going to start forever. I expect a lot of rotation. I expect many players to play many games. So just because if I say, ladies and gentlemen, that Ziyech will start now, don't start saying, oh, Miz hates X, Y, Z. No, I don't. I could very well say some other players.
Them.
yeah. So we'll go with Younes, but Matisse, and then I'll come to mine, and then obviously I'll get yours, and then we'll do the variation. Younes, put your team out there, bro.
My team. Okay, so Kepa in goal.
Oh my God!
Why don't you just have Bettinelli? Why don't you just have Bettinelli, bro?
Let's just stop that right there.
Mendy. Mendy. Are we counting Koundé or not?
Nah, let's not count Koundé.
No, let's just count who we got, because we don't know what's going to happen. Still need Zuma to leave. It's actually quite annoying, but it's a difficult one to get done.
So, right now, as it stands, Aspi, Rudiger, Thiago Silva.
Do you know what? Put your Super Cup team out there, actually. That would make it more interesting.
Yeah. You know what? That's easier.
That would make it more interesting. Put your Super Cup team out there. Let's see what we're working with here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's better, actually.
Rudy left centre back, Aspi right centre back, Thiago Silva centre back.
Oh.
Going with experience.
Yes. Because they know how it's done. That right wing back is getting me crazy. Left wing back, Chilwell. Oh man, right wing back, James or Odoi.
Difficult, isn't it?
James or Odoi. You know what? I'm gonna go starting off Hudson-Odoi. We can bring James on later if we have to defend. Kante, Jorginho.
Boom.
Yeah, that's set in stones.
No two ways about that.
Kova's got to work hard to get back in this midfield.
Yep.
This is where it gets difficult now.
Yeah,
look at the players we got left and how many positions. If anything, we need 12 men on the pitch. You need a number 10.
Wait, we need 15. We got to change the rules to rugby rules.
You need to add at least one more player in there just to play in the number 10 role, just so you can give yourself some more options. Can you do that, Miz? Could you add one more player on there?
Let me talk to the developers. Let me talk to the website developers.
They haven't allowed for cheating.
I mean, look, because...
do we really need a keeper?
Yes.
Here's the thing, right? And some guys in the comments actually make a good point. For the Super Cup, I don't know if we're going to see any of the Italians or the English.
No. This won't be the Super Cup team because Silva, Aspi are all going to play behind a closed door game, I think, just near Palace. So a lot of these players won't. A lot of the players that came back late from Italy and England, and some of the older players. So Aspi, Silva, Jorginho, Emerson, Mount, Chilwell, James. A lot of them will be involved in a friendly behind closed doors. They won't be even playing the Palace game, I think. I heard. So
okay.
Yeah.
Apparently they did play a game yesterday though. Behind Adam Newsom. So yeah.
Mount scored. So, all right. So hang on. Bearing that in mind, are we doing a Super Cup team or are we doing just our best 11 in this game?
What we'll do is we'll do our best 11 and we'll go and then we make the minor changes, all three of us, and then we'll do a Super Cup team and we'll do the whole thing again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if it's best 11 so far, stick with this. To be honest, even Hudson-Odoi could change to Reece James, depending, but we'll see. The front three, I have to stick with Mount, Havertz, Lukaku. For now. Yeah. Havertz on the right, Mount on that left, Romelu up top.
I know Miz is definitely going to make a change here.
Yeah. You know what's coming. The
equalizer.
There you go. Sorry, Havertz can't play twice.
We've got two Havertz.
I wish we did, but we don't.
We got Kai on the left and we got Havertz on the right.
Okay, interesting.
What changes would you make to that, Miz?
So I think the way I'd play this is actually okay. So what did we go with? The best lineup.
This is the best team, the best team so far that you can put out.
Oh, it's so difficult when you say it's the best team.
It's really hard not to have Christensen on that pitch with the way he's been playing. In the Euros, he was incredible. So difficult.
Have Reece James. That's number one. Everything else looks okay. The way I really wanted to go was it's going to be fluid up front anyway. I really wanted to play something like this.
Two up front.
And two up front, and then really have Cho more as advanced.
Yeah.
And something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, people are going to hate this. They're going to say, "Oh, you know, how can you not have Mount?" But Hakeem's in a different level at the moment. He's the equalizer for me at the moment.
I'm telling you,
the one.
Twitter is going to have an absolute.
I know.
They're going to shit themselves when they see this. Oh my goodness,
I know, bro. But
you're mad. Maybe I should let me see if I can get Alex on now, just for the match.
You know what though? And this is once again not taking nothing away from Mount. Mount's phenomenal player. But as I said, there's going to be plenty of rotation. Mount's going to get plenty of game as well. But Ziyech,
Johnny from Monster Streams would go mad at you right now.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. There's a lot of Mount fans. I'm a Mount fan as well, man. I'm a Mount fan. I got a Mount jersey too. But the amount of havoc he's going to be able to create from here, the kind of passes that he's going to be able to do, the shooting, the long range shooting and whatnot. He's just a tad above Mason Mount in that department, I'd say. Yeah, and then not to say Mason can't get to that level. Mason can. Ziyech is obviously in his prime at the moment with his age. So that would be my lineup. The chemistry between Ziyech and Havertz, and especially Callum and Ziyech. This is not something that's been talked about enough. These two are creating a really good bond together, man. And Ziyech's balls to
frightening, man.
Yeah, and Ziyech's balls for the crosses. Lukaku's just going to eat it all up, man. And Callum as well, crossing it in. It's going to be good, man. And
did you see
Chilwell can go up as well?
Did you see the tweet that Uber Chelsea put up in terms of Chelsea's depth?
Yeah, two teams.
God. Like we are actually Man City on skates.
Stacked.
Like we're stacked. Stacked like pancakes in America when you just leave.
And you know what? Both the teams were good. Both the teams were good.
Pulisic, Werner's not in this team. Mason Mount's not in this team. Reece James is. Christensen's not. Zuma, if we was to keep him. You've got Mateo Kova, you've got Loftus-Cheek, you've got Alonso. You've got so much depth. It's ridiculous, man. It's really frightening how much depth we've got.
That second team is literally could be our Carabao Cup team that destroys MK Dons like 20 0.
This is what we should be. We should be winning. We should be winning a lot of titles this season. Seriously,
we should. We've got all the tools now.
Yeah.
The only changes I would make to this, I mean, I agree Ziyech should be starting on form. If I was to go with my strongest team, I'd still put Mount in over Ziyech just based off last season. Over the course of the season, Mount was the player of the year. So if I'm going with my strongest team, that's the assumption I would make. But Ziyech on form should be starting in the Super Cup. So for the Super Cup team, I'll be putting him back in. But the rest of it basically aligns with what I've wanted. Yeah, I think... Obviously, it's difficult leaving Christensen out. I've really grown to love that guy over the last 6 months. He was amazing at the Euros. And I think he'll be in rotation with Thiago Silva, but you can never really take Thiago Silva out of this team unless he needs that rest, which he will. So it's not going to be a problem. And then Christensen, one more season in rotation than the season after. I expect you to be in the middle of that back three, marshalling it week in, week out for the rest of your Chelsea career. Hudson-Odoi going to left wing back was mentioned by a few people in the chat because obviously his connection with Kai Havertz, and he's obviously better coming off the left in a lot of people's eyes as well. And that's quite an interesting thing because for him to defend in that position, again, I would have my questions. I know he did it against Wolves in the first game when he came on, but to defend, against any, half decent attacking team, which Wolves wasn't, then you'd want a left footer over there for me. But in games where maybe, you need to go up against a low block and you're dominating completely and you want to maybe try that, it's an interesting one to go with because he's going to be pushing up to left wing, and maybe you go with a more cautious right wing back. Maybe a Reece James goes over there. And then this just becomes the opposite, Miz, where Hudson-Odoi is literally in line on the left-hand side and Reece James is where Chilwell is on the right-hand side. But it becomes a unique formation, which once again last time I had Ryan on my channel. It becomes a unique formation of 3-3-3. That's what it really becomes. Where Chilwell, he might be more for transitions, defending.
And then you literally have something like that and Lukaku up top. So as you can see, it's like a 3-3-3-1. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and everything's covered. All bases are covered there. Kante is going to be quite mobile. Chilwell's very mobile. Jorginho will be covered mobility-wise there. And Mason Mount and Hudson-Odoi are going to be told to funnel back in if we lose the ball anyway. So, yeah, it's quite the squad we have, man. And it's going to be so interesting to see how Thomas Tuchel rotates, how he manages to, use all the different pieces of this jigsaw to try and get the best out of players. And it's going to be interesting to see what chemistries and relationships form in this team first. I'm very interested to see. Let's move on to the Super Cup team as well.
Yeah.
Because that's quite an interesting one, obviously, because who's actually going to be available is slightly different. Before we do that as well, I mean, let's talk about Loftus-Cheek versus Tino Andrin, because you had a great tweet up last night that I saw, and as soon as I seen that, I said to myself, that's something that we need to discuss, because Tino, like you said, rightfully, he's had some really good cameos appearances in pre-season. I think he was late to pre-season for some reason. I think it might have been, I'm not sure if it was maybe isolated. I'm not sure. Masunda was isolated.
I think it was.
Yeah,
he was isolated.
Masunda was isolated, I know as well. So yeah, I think that could have been it. But he is the younger player. Would you prefer him to go out on loan out of him and Loftus-Cheek, or would you prefer Loftus-Cheek to stay and Tino Andrin to go out on loan? Because for me, Tino's the future. So part of me leans towards him going out on loan, playing regular first team football, and then replacing Loftus-Cheek if Loftus-Cheek doesn't do what he's meant to do this season. Yeah. And I've even really already previously said quite a lot that, to be honest, if I'm putting on my honest hat and taking emotions out of it, which is not easy for people when they talk about Loftus-Cheek, he really should be going to be sold, Yeah. I just don't see space in this team for Loftus-Cheek on a regular basis. Unless he's happy to play a bit part role or he's going to return to Sarri form, I personally think he should be sold. I don't see the point in loaning him either, which I've seen a few suggestions already in the chat, because we already, he's 25? Like, at this point, I want what's best for the player. I try not to make sure that I'm moving players around like chess pieces and, thinking about solely Chelsea when I talk about these players. What's best for Ruben is going to a settled club, settled location, setting up his family or setting up his lifestyle in a settled place where he's not there for 1 year, and actually playing games and improving and getting back to the level. And that's what the link was with Lazio, with Sarri. I was really happy that potentially that could happen for him. So I think he needs to be sold. I don't think then there's any need for a loan, to be honest. Either you're in this team or you're not. If you're not, which I don't think you're going to make it into this starting 11 many times at all with the players that we're talking about here and the players that are not in this team, and potential incoming, then you've got to be sold. And Tino Andrin, for me, should be out on loan. Great player, great young talent, but again, no space in this team for him on a consistent basis. Unless you're going to just play him 2 free Carabao Cup games, which we've already done. Remember, Tino Andrin has already played with the first team before. He's already been training with the first team. He doesn't need that experience of training with the first team. What he could do with is a good loan. So I would loan him out, and I would personally probably sell Loftus-Cheek if he's not going to be involved heavily, which he probably won't be.
I think the same thing as well, man. I mean, for me, Loftus-Cheek, look, I think he had a decent preseason, from my opinion. But I was absolutely mesmerized of what I saw with Tino Andrin coming off the bench against Spurs. I mean, this guy literally did not play anything in this preseason and came off the bench, and he looked electric. He was running. He was literally galloping. I mean, his whole body movement and everything was reminiscent of Ruben Loftus-Cheek when he was doing those sort of runs from midfield. The way he was cutting, dribbling past players, cutting in with his left foot shot. I saw enough in that 20 minutes to say, wow, this guy needs to be around, because he's going to be something big. Touch wood, he doesn't get injured or anything like that.
Put you on big.
And I'm sorry to say that he completely overshadowed. I know a lot of people out there will say, and there's a few accounts in social media that that tend to say that, but they don't play the same positions. Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Tino Andrin don't play the same position. Here's the thing: Anjorin, how old's Tina Anjorin? Like 19 or 20? Not even.
I think he's 19, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 19. So for you to already judge that, they don't play the same positions. He's 19. He could literally play any position as he grows up. He could be same box-to-box sort of midfielder as Ruben is doing, because he shows that trait that he has. He's got that running ability. He's got the dribbling ability. He's got that big physique. So I'm pretty sure he can learn the defensive side of the game as well. Many people think, but Anjorin's number 10. You're talking about a 19-year-old. How can you already place a 19-year-old and pigeonhole him on a particular position? You don't know how this player is going to develop. This player still has so many years to go. You don't know whether he may even turn out to be a striker. Who knows? So for me, from what I saw, it was more than enough to say that, unfortunately, and it's sad to say, that it's lights out for Ruben Loftus-Cheek's career at Chelsea, in my opinion.
I'd be shocked if he comes back from it. I don't think this formation even suits him particularly well. I think the 4-3-3 is better for him. And also, Timo Anjorin, he kind of looks like a younger Loftus-Cheek in the way that he plays. Do you know what I mean? And
exactly.
And you'd want to invest in the future one, really, if you're taking emotions out of it, and not the one that has had all the issues with the injuries and unfortunately has kind of dipped. Now, of course, he can, there's still a small percentage chance that he can return to his levels. But again, what did we just say at the start of the show? This is not the place to learn. This is the place to win trophies. You can't do all that hype and then suddenly, we're waiting on someone. This is a good, interesting point, Younes. For me, I disagree with this point on the bottom of the screen. Look how Pep handled Phil Foden. The reason why I disagree with this point with Timo Anjorin is that Pep had space incoming for Foden. David Silva was aging in the exact position that Foden was going to play. And yes, he ended up playing left wing with Sterling, but that's because Sterling's form dropped off. But regardless, he would have had that space. De Bruyne, Silva in the half spaces with Fernandinho holding, he would have had that space to come into. So there was a clear path for Foden into that starting 11 to replace David Silva. We don't have that at Chelsea. Havertz is young. Pulisic is young. Hudson-Odoi is young. Mason Mount's young. The only way you're going to get into that team is by actually going out there and raising your profile on your stock and making sure that the manager can clearly hear you screaming outside his door. And you're not going to be able to do that with cameo appearances and training ground. Because to play Timo Anjorin ahead of Pulisic, to start Timo Anjorin ahead of Pulisic, Mount, we can pretend that it's possible, but there's just too much politics involved and the wages disparity. It's just not going to happen on a consistent basis. It's just not. You need to go out there and knock on the door, put up numbers in the Prem or in the Championship. So then when you come back, he looks at whoever didn't put up numbers in his team and says, well, maybe I need to sell you. And maybe I need to do that because Anjorin's just done a madness. But it's very difficult to do that when you don't get the opportunities, which you won't, in my opinion. You won't get enough of them. What about you, Younes?
I fully agree. Look, it goes back to that point that we made about Gurhi. You can't just walk into the first team. And that's the fact for Timo Anjorin as well. Despite how good we see the talent, it's there. But he needs to really, really prove his worth. Now, right now with Chelsea, we're stacked. We're stacked. And this is why you made a good point in relation to Foden and City. That's a complete different situation. He managed to slot Foden in at the right time, literally at the perfect time, at the perfect stage of Phil Foden's career. Just direct replacement, bring him in and nurture him. And we know Pep is someone that can take a young lad and really be patient and try and develop them at the same time at running the top team. But Tino, for me, needs to go on alone. Let's see what he does with regular first-team football, see how much of an impact he has in first-team football, playing week in, week out. Does he have good moments consistently? Does he have one random good moment? Does he fall off? We don't know. So he needs to figure this out, prove his worth, and then the fact he's 19 years old gets that experience, and we'll see what happens in a season or two. He'll be 21 in 2 years, so it works out. We'll get to really understand the player. But for Loftus-Cheek, it's done. It's done, and that's just the truth. So right now, if we were in the situation we were in, let's say 2-3 years ago, and he's just come back, okay, maybe there's a chance for him to come back in this team. But right now, as European champions, with the midfield we have, with the way that we're functioning, with the way that Thomas Tuchel's got this team playing, our options are flipping endless. He's got no chance. He's got no chance unless a miracle happens and he becomes something unbelievable, which we know isn't going to happen. So it's a case of doing what's best for the club, doing what's best for him. You've got to remove emotion. You've got to remove sentiment. I mean, you look at sentiment. We kept Van Ginkel throughout his whole injury crisis. As soon as he managed to get a little bit fit, all right, Van Ginkel, see you later, mate. We got to let you go. It is what it is. You can't hang on to emotion. That's not how football works. So for Loftus-Cheek's sake and for our sake, sell him.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I want to flip it a little bit and then give you guys something different to think about as well. I completely hear you guys. I like what Matisse said as well, and Younes, especially Matisse. I think last week you said Bundesliga to Tino and Jurin.
Yeah.
You know, that makes sense. But here's a little twist, and I want to see what you guys have to say about this. A lot of the players will be going to loan. There's going to be plenty of players that are going to go. But I would want to keep someone like Tino, especially out of all the academy players that we have. Obviously, Billy Gilmore's gone for loan. I don't really know what's going to happen with Ethan Ambatu and whatnot. But with Tino, I would like to stick him around for a few reasons. One, as you guys have said, he's 19. So it's not like time's running away from him. Like he's literally just started his life. So he can learn firsthand from someone like Thomas Tuchel. And the other thing is, Thomas Tuchel might want him to keep him around in the training ground and just make sure the players like Pulisic and Callum and all that, they're on their toes. They're just on their toes, that there's no complacency. Because if there is, I'm pretty sure Thomas Tuchel is going to say, you see that brother over there, Tino? Yeah. If you're not performing, he's going to be taking your spot very, very soon. So I would just keep him for that factor, that fear factor for Pulisic and Callum and Ziyech as well to throw in the mix. There is no space for complacency because I will throw that 19-year-old in, and that 19-year-old's buzzing to play. And I've got no doubt that someone like Tino would be training his backsides off. That explosive 20 minutes or whatever he played against Spurs, you can see the determination. You can see how much he wants to play for Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? So he would be buzzing if it was just if the progression plan for Tino was that Thomas Tuchel says, all right, Tino, this is what my plan is for the next couple of years for you. I want you to stick around, but I want you to push some of these lads, really push them in the training ground. And if you do well and they're a bit complacent, you can start. And if it doesn't go plan-wise, you can go on loan next season. You can go next season. It's not like you're running out of time. You're 19. You can be 20 and still go to Bundesliga and kill it over there. So that's just a little twist I would put in that whole mix. I think someone like Tino, some of these players better be careful, man, honestly.
I personally do think we have enough competition in this area. I mean, there was even a time where people were thinking to themselves, well, maybe Ziyech will have to go to AC Milan or Hudson-Odoi will have to go out on loan because we've got so much depth in this part of the pitch. So I do believe we have enough depth here. But, I mean, it's going to be interesting with these two players because, and I'm glad you tweeted about them because both, similar mold in terms of, what they can do, but at completely different points in their career and at completely different trajectories as well. So I'm interested to see what can happen there. With the Lautaro situation as well, I was just checking up on the updates. I don't know if that's going to happen, people, with the Lautaro to Tottenham. They're not in the Champions League or Europa League football, so that would be quite a drop-off for him. I don't know if he wants to, go to see Thomas the Tank Engine, at the stadium. You remember that stadium with the train, the steam?
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants to see Thomas the Tank Engine or if he wants to, have a shot that hits somebody's backyard if it doesn't go in. It's up to him.
Or against that team in the Conference League. I saw there's a team that are playing in the Conference League that had to write their own names.
Ruben Kazan. Russian
Was it
team.
Ruben Kazan?
Yeah.
Wow, Kazan.
Yeah, because they're actually a well-known team, innit?
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a bit weird for them.
They were Champions League at one point. What happened? They can't write their names and numbers. Like, wow, yeah, it's mad. Conference League. But then again, look, Inter Milan, they need the money.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. I think Martinez would be happy to stay at Inter, but they need the cash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, how smart is Jose Mourinho, bro? Just goes to Roma. He's probably going to win the league.
He might do, you know.
At this rate, he probably could. He probably could.
Because Juventus is also in a bit of a mud. Then you got Inter's AC Milan. AC Milan's the other one that's doing all right. So Roma and AC. We'll see what happens, man. Some interesting times, man. All over different leagues.
Yeah, I mean,
Mourinho getting sent off in the friendly yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw that.
What?
Yes, he did. Yeah,
it was that referee should be fired. It was chaos. Three players sent off for Roma, and then Mourinho sent off as well in a friendly.
In a friendly.
But this referee was treating it like a knockout competition, like it mad.
I thought it was Champions League.
Literally.
I need more journalists than just Gary Jacob to confirm this, though, because he's the
you need Di Marzio. Di Marzio is the one.
I need Di Marzio. I need Fabrizio. I need one of these guys. Di
Marzio's just said that Dzeko is about to go to Inter.
But if they're getting rid of Lukaku and Martinez, then potentially Edin Dzeko and Zapata at Atlanta would be their replacements, and then that would push the move for Tammy to Atlanta. So maybe they are replacing both the strikers just cheaper to, like you said, bring in money, because Zapata and Edin Dzeko would, they would be in big profit in terms of those incomings in comparison to the sales of Lukaku and Martinez. Martinez is probably going to go for, I don't know what Tottenham can afford, but last time I checked, his minimum price was going to be around that 70 million mark, 60 million mark. So, it will be interesting to see if they replace those two. Speaking of which, Fabrizio Romano has just tweeted, and Inter are in talks with AS Roma to sign Edin Dzeko as new striker, confirmed personal terms agreed on 2 years contract. Clubs in direct contact to reach an agreement. Roma are looking for a replacement if Dzeko deal will go through. So that kind of puts a pause on Abraham to Atlanta. How
funny would this be? Hey, Jose, do you want Tammy?
Well, Roma. Imagine Mourinho. I don't know if Mourinho has the patience for a young forward the way he acts. I don't know.
Would Mourinho appreciate a player like Tammy?
I don't know. It's very difficult.
Can you imagine Jose with a Chelsea academy player? Like, it's just all come full circle.
Maybe he should take Lewis Baker because he promised to make him in the England squad, and that didn't happen. So maybe take him. Do you remember that promise? If Lewis Baker doesn't make the England squad, and I think there was a few others, I think maybe Solanke and someone else, then I've done something wrong. Take all of those three players from wherever you can get them from, and let's see what you can do now at Roma. So that kind of puts a little pause on the Tammy to Atlanta thing, I think, but we'll see how that progresses. I think Atlanta are bringing people over to London to have a meeting in the next couple of days. I saw last night reported, so we'll see what happens there. But back to quickly, we're going to wrap up in the next few minutes, but back to the Super Cup team. Let's just quickly put out a team. We'll do a combined team, all of us. We'll pick a position as we go along. Mendy, I'm guessing we're all going to agree on. Who is in that squad, actually? Let me just check just before we...
I know it's not been announced yet properly because the deadline is Tuesday night.
There's a provisional one. There's a
provisional one. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get the provisional one up because
just type Super Cup squad Chelsea. It'll come up. Yeah.
Let's see what we've got.
It's interesting. Yeah, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is actually not in that squad, and Tino Angerin is. I know it's provisional, so it can change. More interesting, Chalobah is not in it, and Ethan
Ampadu is. Yeah,
I think that's a bit dirty on Chalobah, honestly.
No, Chalobah apparently is going out on a loan.
That doesn't surprise me. He's too good. Again, this is another player that's too good to sit in the fifth choice centre-back position for Chelsea this season. Far too good. He needs to be playing games.
What club, by the way? What club? Do you know, Younes? Have they said any club?
I see this. Hang on, let me have a look.
It better be a good club. I want it to be a very, very good club. He's a very good player.
Premier League.
Adam Newson just said that he'll be leaving the club on loan.
Okay.
I wonder if Leicester would go in for him to replace Fofana.
Yeah. Yes.
Would they put that faith into him? No, he
hasn't played.
Because to be fair, like people forget, he played Ligue 1 last season for Lorient, and he played, consistently. So it's not like as if he hasn't had first team football experience. You're not taking someone from the academy that, like Lewis Bate, who's never played a game. Yes, he hasn't played Premier League football, but he's actually played to a high level in a top 5 league. So that would be interesting.
that apparently Adam said that he's got a choice. Pretty much, there's suitors, including clubs from Liga, La Liga, and the Premier League.
Okay, yeah. He's been brilliant in pre-season, so it doesn't surprise me. The provisional squad is Mendy, Kepa, Bettinelli, is it? How do I say this brother's name?
Bettinelli, yeah.
Bettinelli, yeah.
You did well, bro. You did well.
I try. Bergstorm, I don't know who that goalkeeper is. Sounds like a superhero. Sounds like someone from The Incredibles.
Man's going to come up with a cape on.
Chilwell, James, Azpilicueta, Emerson, Alonso, Rudiger, Christensen, Silva, Zuma, Ampadu, Jorginho, Kante, Kovar, Angerin, Ziyech, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, Mount, Havertz, Werner, Abraham, Broja. Obviously, Lukaku, I'd expect to be subbed in for someone there. Let's try and make a team out of that. So in goal, I'm guessing we're all going to go with Mendy, isn't it, in goal?
Yeah. That's done and dusted.
Back three, you've got options between Rudiger, Christensen, Silva, Zuma, Ampadu, and Azpilicueta and James. I would leave Aspi out personally. He hasn't played any games in pre-season.
If Zuma doesn't go, he has to play.
Would you play him? Yeah, even though potentially he's on the exit. He's got to play. Silva can't play. Yeah, Silva can't play.
Play.
We haven't seen Christensen either, have we?
No.
Rudiger's
Christensen actually.
So it'll be Ethan Ampadu then. I don't know if there's any other centre back.
Has Ampadu even played many minutes? He's only come off the bench once, isn't he?
Ampadu won't play centre back, I'm sure. Yeah.
No.
This one will have to be Zuma. I mean, I know people are going to say, "Oh, but he's not a ball player."
This to us. Zuma in the middle, but Reece James hasn't played any games either.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Exactly.
Like, who's the other option?
Played, Christensen hasn't played. Aspi hasn't played.
This is why I'm kind of surprised that Chalobah's not in the squad, because he's played minutes.
Yeah, he must have the loan done. Do you know what I mean?
Or we play one of them and then they have like a half each.
Do you know what? I'd just put Christensen in there. I know he hasn't played any minutes.
That's my gut feeling. Yeah. My gut feeling.
Because he's young, isn't it? Like, he didn't really need maybe minutes.
He's back though, right?
He's in the squad. Yeah. So I'd put Christensen in the middle. I can't. Like Aspi Silva, they might take some time to get themselves sorted. Yeah, Zuma's got to go there. Yeah, right wing back and left wing back.
It has to be Cho.
Yeah, I'd agree. And probably Alonso at left wing back, because Chilwell hasn't played a minute.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'd say Alonso as well.
Yeah, Chilwell hasn't played.
No, he hasn't played. All the English and Italian players haven't played. And then you've got
Kante, definitely.
Well, Jorginho hasn't really played either.
No,
so.
Kovacic, yeah.
Kante is the immediate starter along with Rudy. They'll definitely start those two. They've been fantastic.
Yeah.
I'd be going with the Havertz and Werner up front.
And Ziyech, yeah.
And then Ziyech, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what's been happening, right? Unless, do you guys fancy Tammy up front?
No.
Good. No.
I was only kidding.
No.
I love everyone's just like, no, that's all right.
You're good. Thank you for the offer. I know Werner's missing chances as well, but he's going to be in the squad next season. So, and he's got that ability to create space for Kai. So
crazy how we don't have Pulisic starting up.
Not really, I think he's been very inconsistent in his Chelsea career. So he hasn't done enough to stake a claim in the starting 11 until he shows some consistency and shows that he can stay fit. He's probably at big risk. I think the fact that he makes the club a lot of money in America with those shirt sales. I think he was top shirt seller in the Premier League last season, or at least one of the top ones anyway. Especially in America, you'll obviously be clear. So that does buy him a bit more time, and he's obviously still young, but love the player, very talented. On his day, he's absolutely brilliant. Playoff Pulisic doesn't get much better. However, he needs to stay clear of injuries and be consistent. Until he does that, he's never going to be consistently on form. So big season for him, but he's been playing right wing back in pre-season as well. So it's a bit of a strange one.
Yeah.
So that's the team. I'm going to do a proper preview anyway, people, on Tuesday for the whole game, but just thought we'd gloss over it now and get our heads ticking for that. But Lukaku is obviously, on the verge of signing officially in terms of announcements. I'm looking forward to all of that as well. It's good to have our emergency episode with the boys. And yeah, Messi, he's off to PSG. Lautaro Martinez, let's see what happens with him. This is good. This is shaping up to be an exciting transfer window. You still got Pogba, Mbappe, Camavinga all running out of contract on their last year. Maybe some late movement on them. If not, they'll go on freeze to Real Madrid. So the Galacticos will be back. And we'll see how it all pans out. Younes, bro, let them know where to find you. Any content coming out?
I mean, we're getting ready now, aren't we? Not long until the season really, really starts for us. So, at the moment, it's just, the news videos that are popping out on my channel in relation to Chelsea and elsewhere. And the first preview will be coming on Tuesday for the Villarreal Super Cup game. And then, watch along, review, and we start the season properly. And at that point, it's just going to be Chelsea content and anything exclusive in the football world I'll talk about. As well as that on my Twitch as well, I'll do random streams. So,
Love that. Make sure you stay tuned, people. I've got a few announcements at the end. Miz, let them know where to find you. Anything coming up, bro?
Yeah, so I've got a stream coming up straight after this. If you guys wanna head over to my channel, The Other Side of the Coin, it's up to you guys. We're gonna be talking about a little bit about the Messi situation. We're talking about Lukaku, obviously, talking about the Super Cup squad and some of the provisional selection. And yeah, we are what, 300 subscribers away from 7,000 now.
Love that.
So it's been mad. And look out, just like the boys. I will have a preview for the Super Cup on Tuesday, which will be the opening show of Down Under Football Crew. As I've promised you guys, there will be a Australian player, Premier League player, very, very well-known Premier League player. And yeah, we'll be doing the show with that person. We'll be talking about the whole, building up to the Premier League season and obviously the Super Cup as well. And just to get to know from his perspective how he would start a new season from a player's perspective, what would go through their minds when a new season's coming around, which will be very interesting. Look out for that for sure.
Make sure you smash the likes, people, on the stream. Over 1,000 of you in here. London Club's Carnage is moving to Wednesday, people. Back to its usual time slot for the season, Wednesday at 1 p.m. So look out for that on Super Cup Day. We're going to be live with London Club's Carnage at 1 p.m. Then there'll be a watch along, and then there'll be a video. Actually, no, there won't be a video on the Wednesday because I've got Big Six on a Wednesday this week. But then after that, we'll be doing either video or review streams after every game like we did last season as well. So London Club's Carnage is Wednesday, 1 p.m. I'll be putting that up on the community tab as well, so everybody's aware. But that's where that show is now. And also next All You Can Eat Chelsea show, obviously we'll see if we can have a guest for it as well on Lukaku, but also I'm going to have the FPL league set up for that day, so that will be after the Super Cup. We'll be obviously talking about Super Cup, but also we'll have the FPL league for all the subscribers that are here, plus the Twitch followers as well. I want you guys to all get involved. We're going to be doing the Fantasy Premier League, and I'll have, obviously, whoever wins that league will get them a shirt, maybe even hopefully get them a ticket to the game as well, if it's feasible. So at the end of the season, so that's the key that we're looking for there with that league. I'm looking forward to doing that this season. So make sure you're here for next week on next week's show as well. We're going to have the FPL league. I'll have the code link in the chat next week, and then you can all put your teams in there. Also, final announcement is Twitch. Today, going live with Dan McCarthy at 3:30, I believe. So make sure you're subscribed to the Twitch. Make sure you're following the Twitch. We are going to be streaming on there daily during the season as much as possible. Any watch-alongs that I do that are not Chelsea will be on there. So, for instance, for example, if there's a game between Man United and Arsenal or whatever game's going on that I want to watch, I'll put it on that Twitch as well. So we're going to be having guests on there, but we'll also be doing watch-alongs on there as well that are not Chelsea games. So make sure you're subscribed to the Twitch. Make sure you're following the Twitch. Link is in the description for that as well. I did see Julian Laurent's tweet. I think it was confirming Messi to PSG. So that's a done deal, and that's going to get done as well. So that's, we kind of just knew that was going to happen. That was to be expected. And yeah, that's it, people. So make sure you follow the Twitch. I'm going to be on there again today, 3:30 with Dan McCarthy, the ITK on Twitter. He literally spoke about this Lukaku news, one of the first people to do so. So we're going to be talking to him, and more things lined up on there as well. So see you guys later, and appreciate you watching the show. Make sure you're smashing up the comments as well. I want to interact with everyone down there and get your thoughts on the new signing. And yeah, London Clubs Carnage, Wednesday, 1 p.m, people, not today. In a bit, people. Peace.